Welcome back. Our chicken's been cooking for half an hour or so. I checked it after about 15 minutes just to make sure the rice wasn't getting too dry. If it does need a little bit of water, just very gently down the side, put a bit more liquid with it. If when you take the chicken out it's too wet, then you can always reduce it on the stove for a few minutes with the cartouche off so that all the steam comes away and it dries down a little bit. I'm just going to bring it down to stove level now so you can see where we're up to. So you can see here now I've got my rice and chicken with the cartouche over, and if you look, and be careful here because this has been in the oven, so remember this pan handle will be hot, so fold your cloth and make sure it's dry. And here you can see I've kept the colour of the paprika on the chicken. So I'm just going to take that off for a second with some tongs. And just remember these are clean tongs, not the ones I used for putting the raw meat onto. So just get this chicken off. I'm just going to put it onto there, out of the way for a second. If you want to check that the chicken is cooked, you can always see if it's coming away from the bone. Let's put my chicken there. Like that. So the next thing we're going to do is get a nice plate. I've got a plate with a nice bowl in there. So you can see that rice is just going to sit on the bottom. Just going to put that on there, and it's got a nice coat this. We start off by boiling it on the stove, the rice, and then we've braised it. So I'm just going to put some rice into the plate like that. Now you can see also that I have cooked off in some olive oil some red onions here. So you can see those red onions here, and that's going to be for our garnish. I've also got our chopped coriander. So I'm going to put my chicken like that. Just pick two. I've got two pieces here. One would almost be enough looking at the size of these. Make sure your plate's clean. We're then going to put a few peppers over the top. And then some coriander around to give it some nice colour. Just put those to the side now. Sure it's nice and clean on the edges. And this is the chicken dish I'd like you to cook there. So you can see we've got the rice, chicken on top, peppers, and coriander to finish it with. So that's our paprika chicken. So I'm just going to put that to one side now, and next we're going to look at, and that was using long grain rice. The next thing we're going to look at is how we're doing on our short grain rice. So the short grain rice we cooked in the milk and the sugar and vanilla, and a bit of nutmeg in there as well. So it's just nearly there now. What we're looking for, but realistically a bit more colour than that on the top, but it should have a nice skin on the top. That's what people like on this kind of dish. And so I could have done this in a nice casserole dish, but as it happens, I've just done this in a pan today. And again, if it gets too dry, what you can do is just very gently put a bit of milk down the side, but try not to lose that skin because that's the bit that everybody wants. And this we would serve as a dessert with perhaps a little bit of jam in the middle. So that's what we've done with our short grain rice. I'm just going to taste that, make sure that's nice. You can also let that cool, and we could use that as a cold dessert. So we bring it back to where we started. Eating rice now. So today is about rice cookery. Rice is a staple diet of many countries around the world, particularly in the Far East, India, China. And we use a lot of rice in the UK now. Today the main thing we're looking at is making the chicken dish, which is going to be chicken braised on rice, and we're going to then serve that on a plate like that, garnished with our red peppers and our coriander. Enjoy your cooking. Thank you.